No way, Debut said. She is not prettier than you. Oh, come on, I said. Aditi is so nice looking.
Listen, sure she is, but not more than you.
No way.
You have better features.
That's not what my mother led me to believe, I said. Must be the Punjabi thing. The whiter the skin, the prettier the person. Nonsense, he said. Somewhat agitated. We sat on the edge of the hotel bed, my laptop in the middle. I had a 2-year-old family. Album open on the screen.
All my life I have been this nerdy, studious girl. Aditi is considered the looker.
Sorry, she's your sister, but she dresses like she is going to a party even for random family. Pictures at home. She is like that, I said. You did wear horrible glasses though, Debut said. I laughed. I switched to contacts a year ago, I said, and pointed to a picture of my family in our living room. That is Dad. Simple, quiet man. Just doesn't want people in society to say anything critical of him. This is my mother. Dominates Dad totally.
Debut examined the pictures as I spoke again.
I miss home, I said.
Seeing these pictures, I miss India. I want to watch TV serials with my
mother and do nothing. Says the new hotshot distressed debt banker. Too late, girl. Debut laughed.
I made a mock-sad face.
I need a hug. Move things forward, Debut. Do I have to give you an instruction manual?
It's a sweet family, Debut said.
It is, I said.
I wanted to stall the conversation with short, boring replies.
Awkward silences lead to many interesting things. Unfortunately, certain intellectual Bengali men don't often get the hint. Have you read The Beauty Myth by Naomi Wolf? Debut said. No, what's that? A landmark feminist book.
It talks about how women are culturally bullied into feeling conscious about their looks all the time, he said.
Really? Well, to a certain extent it's true, I said. Yeah. Do men compare their physicality with their siblings so much? I guess not.
At another time or place, like at one of our Friday dinners, I would have liked to
engage in this intellectually stimulating conversation. Not now. I had other things on my mind.
Exactly, he said. She says it is a way for men to control women and...
My feet are killing me, I interrupted him. I removed my shoes. I brought my feet up on the bed.
My short dress inched up a little further on my thighs.
Debut forgot his chain of thought. I guess there are ways for women to control men too. Sorry, what were you saying? I said. I squeezed and released my toes. Huh, he said. Nothing. I will give you the book.
Not used to walking long distances in heels, I said.
Do you want me to give you a foot massage? He said.
And the Republic Day Bravery Award finally goes to Debasha Sen, I wanted to announce.
Really? I said. You know how to? It was one of those stupid things girls sometimes say. We know it is stupid, but we say it anyway to act naive or whatever. I loved his hands on my feet. Wow, that's nice, I said.
He pressed my feet timidly, as if I would get up and slap him any
second.
He massaged my shins. His hands slowly moved up to my knees.
I didn't stop him. Do you have lotion? He said. I pointed to the bedside table. He took a bottle of moisturizer and splashed it on my feet.
I jerked as the cold lotion touched my skin. He put his warm hands on my
legs.
He moved them in a sliding motion from shin to knee. I closed my eyes. I could feel his hands reach above my knees.
Nobody had ever touched me
there before, unless you count the waxing torture chamber lady.
Tingles of pleasure ran up my thighs. He became bolder every minute, going higher.
We didn't exchange a word.
He reached the hem of my dress. His fingers danced tantalizingly upon my thighs. Is this all moving too fast?
A voice within me said.
Heck, I didn't care. Is this okay?
Debut said.
I nodded. I opened my eyes.
I signaled him to bring his face closer to mine.
He leaned
forward.
Our lips met. I kissed for the first time in my life.
I could feel he had bottled up his desire too. His lips refused to leave mine.
Our tongues touched. I lost track of time, space, and orientation. I had seen kisses in the movies. I had imagined what my first one would be like. But this was better. Better than anything I had seen or imagined.
You are so beautiful, he whispered into my ear as he nibbled my earlobe. He placed his hand on my breast, over my dress. He wanted to slide his hand in but couldn't.
I would have had to remove the entire fitted dress to give him access.
I pushed back his chest.
Is this going too fast? I said. Like any guy would actually say, yes, it is. No. Of course not.
It feels right, Debut said, one hand on my thigh. He moved his other hand to my back, trying to find the zipper for my dress.
There's too much light, I said.
Sure, he had praised my body.
However, I had never taken off my clothes in front of a man. I couldn't with so much light. He switched off all the lights in the room. The window curtains remained open. The dim light from the Manhattan skyline was just about enough for us to see each other.
I had worn a new matching pair of red lingerie from Triumph in anticipation.
Debut pulled my dress off.
He unhooked my bra from behind. He removed his shirt as well.
What are you making me do, Debut?
I whispered as I held my unhooked bra in place with my
hands.
I felt I had to make it seem like he made me do this.
Never mind the pre-planned lingerie.
Just go with the flow, Debut said, standard boy speak for let me please have sex without
interruption.
He pulled the red bra out of my hands. He grabbed my breasts.
Not so hard, please, I said.
Sorry, Debut said.
You have done this before? I said. He took a few seconds to answer. If I say yes, will you ask me to stop?
Debut said.
I laughed. No, silly.
Just that this is my first time, I said.
I had one girlfriend before.
2 years back.
Can we not talk about that now? I said. He kissed my nipples.
He moved up and kissed my collarbone.
He kissed my chin and then my lips for several minutes.
He tugged at my panties.
My heart beat fast. Was I really going to get fully naked in front of a man? I guess it was too late.
He pulled down my panties. He removed his trousers and underwear. I had not seen a naked man so up close. I wanted to get a good look, more as an anatomy lesson.
However, he held me tight and continued to kiss me.
His hands moved higher on my thighs.
Your legs are so soft, he said.
I decided to take a life membership at Completely Bare. He touched me between my legs. The Brazilian had made everything smooth.
Wow, you are wet, he said. I wasn't just wet. I was soaked. The good girl in me wondered if he would judge me for it.
He bent and brought his face closer between my legs.
What are you doing? I said. Ha? Going down. Down where? I said. Down. There. Really? Your mouth? There? Yeah. Just relax. I can't really describe the next 10 minutes. His tongue felt the exact opposite of the brutal waxing strips. Every flick transported me to a state of extreme pleasure. Why don't people do this all the time? Wow, why didn't anyone tell me sex feels so damn good? He put a finger inside me. I winced once. Careful, I said. Does it feel good? He said. I nodded, my eyes closed. He continued to work with his tongue. I became more aroused. I soon reached a point where the intensity became too much. Stop, I said. What? He said. Come here, I said. He came up close. I kissed him, which was a little strange considering where his mouth had been just now. He climbed over me. May I? He said. Was I going to have sex? Had I finally grown up? But wait, should I? I have protection, he said. Damn, did the guy anticipate this? Was I too easy? I happen to have it in my wallet, Debu said, as if reading my mind. I didn't want to think anymore. I gave him the slightest nod. He entered me gently. It hurt a bit. Frankly, his tongue had felt better. However, this is what people call sex, I thought, so I guess this is what we have to do. Radhika Mehta, you are finally having sex, I said to myself and mentally high-fived. It felt like a major milestone in life, on par with getting into IIMA or scoring Goldman Sachs. Or distressed debt. Will that job be tough? Okay, why am I thinking about distressed debt when there is a man in me? You feel so amazing, he said. I was glad he felt that way. As for me, I couldn't see what the big fuss was about sex. How do I ask him to do that going down stuff again? Is it too late? What is the protocol in bed? His strokes became faster. He gripped me tight on my shoulders and groaned. I guess he had an orgasm. He gasped for a few seconds as he went lax on me. Wow, Debu said. Amazing, isn't it? So, how did I feel after having sex the first time? Well, you know how you sometimes wait for a big Salman or Shah Rukh movie for months and then it finally arrives? You go for the first day first show, and then the movie is not bad, but not so great either. Yeah, was amazing, I said. I guess it's just polite to agree with people in bed. He slid off me and lay on the side. He stared at the ceiling. We held hands. You are wonderful. Thank you, he said. Thank you? What on earth was that? Is the show over? Why is he plopped like a phone? Without charge now? Was it good? I said. I repeat, amazing. I am so spent and finished. Finished? Satisfied, I mean, he said. Debut. Yeah. Can you make me spent and finished too? Please? Ha? Debut said. He turned to me, surprised. That going down thing you did. Can you do it a bit more? I said. Sure, baby. Good. I guess that didn't make me the shy and coy girl all Indian girls should be. Maybe it even made me seem like a slut. However, I would rather be a spent and finished slut than a good but frustrated Indian girl. 5 minutes later, I moaned out loud too. Wow. I pressed his head hard between my legs. My legs shook, and then my whole body Okay, so this is what an orgasm feels like. How are you? He said. I hid my face in embarrassment. What? I said, how are you? He laughed. Spent. And finished.